inspire you, about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning. Oh, my note is off. Good morning. Nope, I still don't have it. It's off. It is off this morning, but it's okay. We are here. Good morning. Welcome everybody to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie. This is your daily cup of information and inspiration. I am also known as the Dean of Bubble Babes University, and that is BABEZ University.com. If you would like to join our community, go on over to BubbleBabesUniversity.com and click community, create you a free account, and you'll be able to access information. If you want to go a little bit further and join us in the Honor Society, which is a paid all access membership, you can do so, and you'll have access to previous downloads, lives, classes, accountability group, book club, all kinds of stuff is there. Tools, resources, downloads, all of that is there for you. Also, I just added, I'm adding my notes from Coffee with Nikkie. So if you would like to get the notes and, make sure that you can, refer back, write notes and do things like that, maybe save it. You can do that in our news section with my Coffee with Nikkie notes. So how is everybody doing? I got to fill you guys in. Yesterday, we did not have Coffee with Nikkie because I had some things to handle. And so what is going to happen for the month of February is... Oh, you guys, can y'all see that? It's snowing outside. For the month of February, I may be out for some time because I do have to get some surgery, a surgery done for, the womanly stuff. And so I may be out for a while. Hopefully menopause hit me before then and I don't need it, because that's what I'm hoping for, because I don't really want the surgery. But we'll see. So how's everybody else doing? How were you doing yesterday? Because since you did not have Coffee with Nikkie, so how are you doing? Did you miss us? Because I missed you guys. Let me check and see who is in the building. We have Miss Betty Rose. I see Miss Betty Rose is first. She said, good morning. Another beautiful day to be had and blessed to be here to see it. Yes, and yes. Good morning, Miss Linda. Miss Linda's in the building, and she said, good morning, everyone. I am blessed and ready for my miracles today. Happy over the hump Wednesday. Yes, miracles. Yes. Good morning, Yolanda. Yolanda says, good morning, babes. Good morning, Deltra. Good morning. She said, good morning, everyone. Yolanda says, why does it have 108 likes already? Is this a rerun? Oh, do I have 108 likes? That'll work. Good morning, cousin. Cousin is in the building. She is the best moderator on what? Earth. The best moderator on earth is in the building. Good morning, cousin. Good morning, Big Meech. Big Meech is in the building. If y'all don't know, Big Meech is about to release the shirt that says Black Friday Energy, y'all. So make sure that you stay tuned and pick you up one. Black Friday Energy all year long. That's what we're going to be doing, right? That's what we're going to be doing. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. How are you doing this amazing morning, girl? Good morning, Jazz. Jasmine Alyssa is in the building, y'all, and she is doing a comeback, y'all. I'm excited for the comeback. Y'all get excited for the comeback because I know y'all in need of some graphic designing. So she is coming back for y'all. Good morning, Sherelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She said, good morning, beautiful ladies. Good morning, Lakeisha. Keisha's in the building, and you know she up early because she on the West Coast. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, D. D said, hey, y'all. Hey, all. Sorry, but I have to go to sleep. Just did 12 hours at work and be got you. I will catch up. I'll catch all on the replay. Okay. By the way, don't forget to hit that like button. Okay. That's right, D. Tell them. That's right. D, what's your business name? Threw off my day a little bit, but I survived. Okay. Okay. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. How's everybody doing this amazing morning? Let me know in the chat how you guys are doing this amazing morning. Today, we're going to be talking about vision boards are dead. Vision boards are dead. Everybody is going to be hosting vision board parties, and we will not be. Okay, so the reason why we are not going to be hosting vision board parties is because not that vision boards don't work, because they can work and they do work for some people. But I think it's a little bit more beneficial to have a roadmap. So instead of us doing a vision board party, we're going to do a roadmap to success. And also, before we did a vision book, being in a vision book, you don't actually get to see the stuff unless you're going through the book. And sometimes you don't even look through the book. So we're not going to do the vision book. Like, I'm going to keep on working these things until I figure out which one is going to give you the best results and which one is going to help you do this with, effortlessly, because I don't want you to struggle, and I don't want you to I don't want it to feel like it's a task for you. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I really don't know, and I'm struggling to get this. I really don't want you guys to feel like that. And so I want it to be as effortless as possible. And so this year, well, not this year, next year, because we said we're going to do the party on January 7th. January 7th at 6 p.m. You guys, Eastern Standard Time. Make sure that you save the date. Make sure you save the date. Is going to be January 7th at 6 p.m. January 7th at 6 p.m. Everybody is going to be making their New Year's resolutions. Everybody is going to be making these goals that they are not. Everybody's going to be, have these ideas of these lofty goals that they're going to want to achieve, and they're going to lose their momentum mid-January, early February. They're going to lose it before they even get a third of the year in, right? And so I don't want that for you guys. I don't want that for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because for myself, I noticed that looking at my vision board looks nothing like what my goals are for now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that I wanted in the beginning of the year are kind of not, and not because, I just couldn't achieve them, but just because my direction changed a little bit. And so since my direction changed a little bit, there's some things on my vision board that no longer apply. And so, I know if I do it, I know that you guys are doing it. I know that if it's brought to my attention when I'm looking at my vision board and it's like not looking like anything, like, when did I want to do this and why did I want to do this? So I'm looking at it, and I have it right by my headboard. I'm looking at it every morning, and I'm like, there's things on here that I really need to change. And so we are going to do, instead of doing it that way and having a bunch of things on a board, we are going to create the roadmap. So we're going to get the destination, and we're going to map out the route to the destination. We're not going to just throw any random pictures on the board, or not even any intentional pictures. Like, you may say, oh, I want to travel to this particular place. I want to do this particular thing and all this stuff. And you may put it up on your board, but then you can't see the progress. You can't see, maybe you wrote something in there that helped you get to there, faster. Maybe you had to take a different route. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you had to adjust some things, and you can't see that on your vision board. And so I want to do a roadmap. So we're going to have a roadmap party and not a vision board party. So how many of y'all are with me in the chat? Put ones in the chat if y'all down for a roadmap party. Let me know if y'all down with me to have a road map party. It is not going to be a vision board party. It's going to be a whole campaign. Vision boards are dead. Vision boards are dead. Vision boards are dead. Vision boards are dead. Like I said, they work for some people. They don't work for everybody. And today we're going to talk about why they are not working for people, why they do not work, why we need to think about a different way to create. Because a lot of the times, again, we throw things on the board, and at the beginning of the year, that may have been something that we wanted. But as the year changed, it's not the same thing anymore. It looks a little different, And so we are going to focus on getting the roadmap to success, because as long as we have our map, as long as we have our route mapped out, we'll be able to achieve it, right? Let me know if y'all with me. Put the ones in the chat. Ones in the chat if y'all are with me. Let me know if you with me. And Tammy, I did respond to you, so let me know if you are able to access the Honor Society, please, and thank you. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Okay, so we got a bunch of ones. So good. So that is what we're going to be doing. So make sure that you guys mark that down in your calendars. January 7th at 6 p.m. I'm going to do a whole campaign on it because I want you guys to really get excited about your future. I want you to get really intentional about the things that you want. And I want you to know that it is going to require some work. It takes no work for you to cut out a picture and put it on the board and not even think about how you're going to achieve something, right? But it's going to take some work if you have to put the thing up there and then say, well, what do I need to do to get there? What do I need to make? What can I do to make this true? What do I have to create? What do I have to become? Who do I have to become? Right? And so this is what we are going to be doing for the vision. I'm not the vision board, for the roadmap party, right? So it's going to be the roadmap to success. That is going to be the whole campaign. That is going to be the whole campaign, right? So what else do I have here? All right, so we know that our goals and our plans are totally different, right? We have the goals and that's the end result, right? But we need to have a plan. We need to figure out how we're going to get to said destination. We have to figure out what road are we going to take. We have to find out if there's a detour in the road. Maybe we have to take an alternate route. Maybe we have to do something different, right? And so we are going to work on that. And so we know that there's a difference between what our goals are and what our plans are, right? And so what do you have to do to reach your goals? And I'm asking you guys that right now. What do you have to do to achieve your goals? Right? And some of the things are not really specific, right? A lot of the times to achieve the goal, one thing we need to be for sure is consistent. One thing we have to do for sure is decide that we're going to show up for ourselves every single day. One thing's for sure, we have to know that we are not going to drop the ball or let ourselves down, right? Because we're not dependent on anybody else to create this thing for us. We're not depending on anybody else to help us to achieve this goal. We know that we can only rely and trust on ourselves, right? And so in order for that to happen, in order for you to trust yourself, you're going to have to be able to say, I need to be disciplined. I need to do it when I feel like it and when I don't. I need to be intentional. I need to make sure that every morning I know that I'm waking up with a purpose. I know that I have a direction that I'm moving in every single morning. The goal is for me to get here, but I know that I have to wake up and want to have the momentum to go this direction, right? I have to make sure that I am always in alignment with what I say that I want, right? Because if you are not in alignment, there's nothing that you can do that is going to help you because you're just not there. Your mindset is not there. Your actions are not going to be there. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do to get yourself to that area, right? So you have to start saying, I need to figure out what it is, the direction that I want to go. I need to plan this out. I can't just get in the car and say I'm just going, right? That's fine if you know that you don't have a destination, because everything that happens along that destination is going to be a happy surprise or not a happy surprise. It's going to be something. It's going to, whatever happens along that way is going to be unexpected, right? You're not going to expect anything along this way because it's a route that you have never taken before, right? And sometimes that's okay. But if you want to map it out, you got to say, all right, well, let me use Waze or let me use Google Maps or whatever it is that you use to GPS your way through wherever you're going to your destination. You can see, okay, so I see there's traffic ahead. Okay, I see that there's an accident ahead. There's an alternate route. Like, you could see this because you planned this thing out. You know where you're going. And so since you know where you're going, you use the tool that is going to help you to get to the place that you want to get to, right? And so this place is going to let you know ahead of time, maybe, okay, so there, like I said, there's traffic, there may be an accident, we may have to take an alternate route. Maybe this route has tolls and I don't want to take the toll route. Maybe I'm going to take the other way. Maybe I need to I'm going to make a stop. So where is this place along my way? Is it on my way, or is it out the way? And how far out the way is it? Is it like 20 minutes, 15 minutes? Am I willing to take this extra, time off of my route? Or am I going to just keep on going? So these are the things that help you along the way. But when you know where you're going, you could at least see ahead of time the things that may be in your path. And so this is why we're going to be creating roadmaps as opposed to vision boards. So we know the difference between our goals and our plans, right? We know the difference between our goals and our plans. We know that we can't have goals without a plan, right? How many of us are setting goals, but we have no plan to get there? Right? You have $1 million goal that you want to make by the end of the year, but you have no plan of getting there. You have, you want to have a shop by the end of the year, but you have no plan on how to achieve that thing. How many of you how many of you guys have goals with no plans? Let me know in the chat. If that's you, put ones. If you have goals with no plans, put ones in the chat. Stay focused and be consistent. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, yes, and yes. I need to be consistent and manage my time better. I need to stay motivated. Yes, you need to be. I was looking at something, somebody, I don't remember who it was, and she was saying, you don't need motivation. You don't need motivation. Motivation is something that's an external thing. You need to be inspired. And she was saying inspiration is an internal thing. Is if you're inspired, you'll be inspired to take the action. Motivation happens when, maybe something happens and something triggers something, and now you're motivated, but you're only motivated for a certain amount of time. You're not going to be motivated forever. You're always going to need to be motivated, right? And so she was like, you need to be inspired, because when you are inspired, you have a reason, you have a why, you know what I'm saying? Like you're going to wake up every morning with this, you're inspired to take action. You're inspired to do what it is that you need to do, because you know that this is what you want to achieve. And so I thought that was really, really good. I don't know where that video is, but yes, motivation is something that you're going to always need. Yes, you're going to get inspired. Yes, you're going to get motivated when somebody gives a word. Yes, you're going to be motivated when you maybe something, you hear something or you watch something and it just makes you want to do it. But you're always going to need it, because you need to have that momentum so that you could already, get to where you want to get to. Right? So good morning, Martini. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Yazzie Faye. Yazzie Faye's in the building. So when y'all say you want to stay motivated, remember that is going to be an outside job. Staying motivated is going to have to be something that you do consistently. You're going to have to make sure you pay attention to what you are allowing your ears and your eyes to bring in. Right? You got to make sure that you paying attention to what you're consuming. You got to pay attention to how you're working and how you're moving, right? And so motivation is going to take some external things, right? And so that may be some affirmations, that may look like prayer, that may look like joining certain groups, that may be being part of communities, that may be going to certain seminars, that may be, those type of things are going to keep you motivated. But what is going to inspire you to reach your goals for your business? What is your, we always say that, right? What is your why? What is going to make you consistently motivated, but consistently not motivated, consistently inspired to do the work every single day? What's going to inspire you to do the work every single day? Right? What's going to inspire you? As entrepreneurs, we do not feel like doing things all the time. Yesterday was a day that I did not feel like doing anything. I have a lot of orders that I got to go out, and I did not feel like doing anything. I had to go to my appointment, and my appointment was an hour and a half away. So that's already 3 hours in travel. Get back home, get myself situated, eat something, and then do the work that I had to do. Did I feel like doing it? No. But did I know that the things had to go out? Yes. Did I feel like it? No. I didn't feel like it at all. So at I worked until about 11 o'clock yesterday because I didn't start until probably about 7 o'clock. I started doing my work. Like after getting home and everything, I had 11:30 in the morning doctor's appointment, right? And so I come home and I got to get myself back together, right? I have things that I got to get to I have things that I have to do. And so I didn't feel like it, but I said, you know what? I could sit here and be lazy and not do anything because I'm so tired and I'm so drained from doing nothing, right? Because I didn't do anything strenuous. I drove in the car and I drove back. I sat in an appointment and I came home. Like I didn't do anything strenuous, right? I wasn't walking miles, I wasn't running, I wasn't doing anything that was exerting a whole bunch of energy. All I did was sit down. So why am I so lazy? Why am I so like I don't feel like doing anything? So I had to make myself get up and do what I had to do. So I had to make soap last night. I had to wrap soap, make soap. I had to make body butter. Like I had to do a lot of things last night. And I still did it because why? I want my customers to have what they ordered in time. I also want to do what I say that I wanted to do. This is the business that I said that I wanted to run. This is what I said that I wanted to do. And since this is something that I said I wanted to do, I got to do the work. I had to be disciplined enough to do the work. Could I have gotten that stuff done earlier? I could have got it done and knocked it out before 11 o'clock. But I was lazy and I was, lazily walking around the house and sitting down and kicking my feet up and doing all kinds of stuff, making excuses why I wasn't working. I actually had to get myself up and just get the job done, right? And so I did it because I'm inspired. I did it because I have goals that I want to achieve in my business. And in order for me to achieve them, I can't achieve them being lazy. I can't achieve them being lackluster with my business. I can't achieve them if I refuse to do the work that is required of me to do this thing, right? There's things that are required of me in order for me to run my business, to operate my business. And I can't not feel like doing something and expect this, expect big results. And so since we cannot do that, I had to do the work. I had to do the work. How many of y'all could relate with me? How many of y'all could relate? You don't feel like doing the work, but this is something that you set out to do. This is something that you said you wanted to do. And now you actually gotta do some work. Now you actually gotta do it when you feel like it and when you don't. You gotta do it. You got Black Friday orders that you gotta fill. You got holiday orders that you gotta fill. This is the time when you're not really gonna get a lot of rest. This is the time when you're not gonna get a lot of rest. And you gotta know that. You got to know that, like, but you got to say, okay, well, I'm not going to get a lot of rest, so I got to give myself, and like I did, I gave myself about an hour. I took a nap. I did an hour, and then I got up, and then I did what I had to do. As soon as I got up from my nap, I did not give myself time to get lazy all over again. I did not give myself time to make up excuses as to why I'm not doing what I need to do. I took my nap, and I got up immediately, and I started doing what I needed to do because it has to get done. Because it has to get done. So how many of y'all can relate? Let me know in the chat if y'all could relate. Let me know if you could relate. And so this is why I asked you guys, what's your why? This is why I want you to get deeper into the inspiration and the motivation behind your business. This is why, because there are going to be these times, and they may be more than less, right? There are going to be times when you do not feel like doing the work, but you got to get the work done. The job has to get done, right? The job has to get done. If not you, then who? If not you, then who? Who's going to help you get this stuff done? Who's going to do the job for you? You got to make sure that you are doing the work. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes again. So we know the difference between goals, and we know that in order for us to reach these goals, we have to come up with a plan. Yes, they got to work hands in hand. They got to work hands in hand. In order to make this clap, you got to have the goals and you got to have the plans. You got to have the goals and you got to have the plans, right? Let me see. Tree says, facts. I sent Black Friday orders out twice. Wasn't trying to kill myself getting them out. The last of them went out yesterday. That's right. That's right. Because if you, like I said, I could have easily, when I came home, I could have got to it right then and there. But I got lazy. And I was like, I need to rest. I need to this. I need to that. And I'm making up excuses. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm tired because I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I'm tired because I get up before every morning, right? I get up at 4 every morning and I do whatever I got to do in the morning. So what made it different today? I just felt lazy. And so we got to make sure that we have the plan to get to the goal, right? How many of you guys create vision boards? Put ones in the chat. If you create vision boards every year or you have created a vision board, put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat if you created vision boards. Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Oh, ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Oh. If you create vision boards, put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat. I'm gonna start drinking, I think, tea with lemon in the morning. So it's gonna be coffee or tea with Nikki. No, I'm just joking. I think I'm gonna start having lemon and honey because it'll soothe my throat. Let's see. I create vision boards like June to December. All right. So everybody, I see a lot of ones in the chat. You create your vision boards. How many of you guys really pay attention to your vision boards and look at it daily? Do you have like an idea of how you're going to get to those goals? Or, you're just looking at a bunch of final destinations on your vision board and there's no plan? And let me know if you have a bunch of final destinations on your board, but there's no actual plan. There's no way to course correct. There's no way to make adjustments. There's no way to do anything on there because your board is filled with a bunch of pictures that means anything. That doesn't mean anything, right? So if you have a vision board of a home or a car that you want or amount that you want to make, how are you going to get there? What are you going to do to get there? Because I'm going to tell you one thing, visualizing is amazing and that's a major component, but it's not enough. Visualizing is a major component because you do have to be able to see yourself in that thing, creating that thing, having that thing, being that thing. You do have to be able to see yourself in that. That's going to all work out with your mindset, right? So visualization is a major component, but you can't do all of that without doing any of the work, right? We always say faith without works is dead. You can't have a vision without a plan. You gotta, can have a vision without a plan, but how are you going to get there, right? What am I going to do? How am I going to get this thing that I am visualizing? There's some work that has to get done, right? Visualizing it is not going to be enough. And not only is visualizing not going to be enough, what happens when you hit that thing, get that thing, whatever? What do you do? Right? What do you do then? How do you maintain it? Do you have a plan on maintaining it? Right? We've seen and I'm gonna go to B Simone when she has said this. She has said that one of her goals was to become a millionaire, right? And so she hit that goal. And once we hit goals, we kind of like hit a ceiling because that's the goal we hit. We're not thinking about further than that. We're not thinking about once we hit that goal where we're going with it. We kind of like hit that and now it's like, oh well, now I got to start from zero because now what am I going to do? I already got this thing. What am I going to do? Or if you get the thing, how are you going to maintain it? Right? So she said she had her millionaire, her $1 million. She hit her $1 million, right? Her $1 million goal. She hit that and then the next month she had $10,000. Right? The next month when she was working and doing her thing, she had a low performing month, right? Because she put all that time, effort, and energy into hitting that one particular goal, but there was nothing there. There was nothing set up for her to continue to do it. Right? There was no plan for her to continue and consistently do that. So we need to figure out what our plan is going to be because yes, visualizing is going to be important. Hitting the goal is going to be important. But once we hit that goal, what do we do with it? What do we do with it? Are we going to be consistent? Are we going to keep it? Are we going to lose it? Are we going to say, see, this is what I'm talking about? Like, what are we going to do once we hit it? And so we got to kind of like open up our mind a little bit so that we can see what it is that we need to do once we achieve this thing, or what we have to do in order to achieve that thing, and then make that work for us, right? As opposed to just dropping the ball. Yeah, you done bust your behind to get to this particular goal. It's the same thing with fitness, right? If you lose a certain amount of weight, there's going to be some things that you're going to have to do to maintain it, right? Yes, you hit that goal. Yes, you want to lose this X amount of weight. Yes, you wanted to have a certain type of body, a certain body type, but there's going to be things that you have to do to maintain it. What are you willing to do to maintain it? How are you going to maintain it every single day? What do you do? What do you do to maintain it? Because you can't say, I am going to lose the weight and that's it. I'm no longer exercising. I'm no longer eating right. I'm no longer avoiding certain foods that, make me bloated or, make me feel a certain type of way. You can't say all of a sudden, okay, now that I lost the weight, I'm dropping all of those things that help me to get here, right? Because that's not going to help you maintain it. Somewhere along the line, you're going to gain that weight back. Somewhere along the line, you're going to pick up all of those unhealthy habits. Why? Because you didn't have a plan to maintain the thing that helped you to create the results that you wanted. So once we create the results, once we get to where we want to be, we still have to figure out how to maintain that thing. Yes, let me know if y'all with me. Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Green tea, drink green tea with apple cider vinegar. Let me tell you, I'm not drinking Bragg's no more because Mr. Gates got to it, and so I won't be drinking that. Cayenne pepper, turmeric, lemon, and honey. Okay, I won't be drinking that. Like that. That's gotta be I'll drink apple cider vinegar, but I'll do it as a shot. I won't drink it as a consistent thing because that's just prolonging the nasty taste. I just do it one time, one and done. One and done. A couple of times a week. Final destination on me. I leave it up to God on the how. That's right. That's right. That's right. So we have to get it together. There has to be a plan in order for us to be able to maintain, right? Not doing it, Yazzie Faye. Not doing it. So we have to have a plan. Everybody put plan in the chat. Plan in the chat. Plan in the chat. Plan in the chat. We're going to have a plan, and we're going to have the plan to reach the goals. Not brags. He got that now? I think Sean showed me it. Put plan in the chat. We have to have a plan. We have to have a plan. Put it in the chat. We're not grabbing a bunch of photos and throwing them on a cardboard, or throwing them on a poster board and saying, oh, these are my goals. We're not doing that. We're going to have a goal, and we're going to have a way to get there. We're going to have a destination, and we're going to plan out our route. That way we can have success. That way we can not only have success, but you can measure your success. You can see the smallest steps that you're taking. The thing that happens with a vision board is that you have that final destination. You have no way to mark your progress. You have no way to measure where you've gone and how you've gotten there or whatever. You have no way to measure that because you don't have no space on the board. So we're going to make sure that you can measure and track your goals, because you'll have more encouragement and excitement about doing it, because you'll see the many steps that you are taking at MINI, the many steps that you are taking to get to your goal. You can see the progress of it, right? If you're looking at your vision board every single day and you only see the end result, you're not inspired, encouraged, motivated, none of that stuff. Looking at the final destination, especially knowing if you're not even closer to where you were when you started creating that, when you created that vision board, right? If you don't see that you move closer to the goal, then how are you going to be inspired? Like, what is going to keep you motivated to keep on going? You can't see your progress. And so we're going to do it with the smaller steps, and the smaller steps are going to help us to stay encouraged, right? It's going to help us to feel motivated. It's going to help us see and track and measure where we're going and what we're doing, because we can see, you know how like when you're looking at the map on when you're on your GPS and you're looking at the map. We were doing this with my son when he drove to Texas, and he showed us the his route. We could see his little S, his name. We could see him traveling along his route, right? That helped us know that he wasn't stuck. He wasn't, he was still moving. He's still on his way, and he's going to reach his destination at X amount of time or whenever he's going to achieve it, right? But we were able to see that, and we kept on checking it because we wanted to monitor and make sure he was okay. He had a long trip from here, Pennsylvania to Texas. He had a long trip. He did it in one shot, right? And so we had to make sure that he was on his way. Same thing with you and your goals. You making these smaller steps is you seeing your car moving towards the destination, right? It helps you to see, I'm moving closer to my destination. I can see how far I've come from where I started. I can see how far I've come, and I can see how much time I got left to get to my destination. How many of y'all understand what I'm saying? How many of y'all are resonating with me right now? Let me know if you're resonating. And let me know if you're resonating with me. So we will make a quarterly vision board. Then 6. Nope. It's going to be a roadmap. It's going to be a roadmap. And we will check in periodically with each other. We can check in quarterly, but we will check in with each other periodically to make sure that you are on track. We're going to make sure that you are on your route. If you had a detour, what was the detour? If anybody can help you, do you need any help? Do you need any, do you need a partner? Do you need somebody that's going to help you to stay accountable? Like, what do you need? Right. And then we can fix whatever needs to be fixed and move on. Right. If you need to get an oil change, if you need to fix a flat tire, if you need to put the chains on your tires, if you need to put some heavy stuff in your trunk so you're not swerving on the road because it's snowing, right? If anything is going to come across your path, we're going to make sure that we can fix it so that you can actually hit your goal. So you are not discouraged by not achieving the big goal that you put on that vision board, right? And I'm speaking of the past, like your old vision boards. We're talking about what we're going to do with the new one, right? So you don't want to just see that thing plastered on there, especially if you had detours, right? You see that thing, you're discouraged. Like, I didn't even get there. I said I wanted to go to Africa. I didn't even go to Africa this year. Why didn't I go to Africa this year? What did I do? Why couldn't I go? Did I have a plan? Did I save any money? Did I have a fund that I was going, like we could see what needs to be fixed when we're planning to fix them things, right? When we're planning to fix them things. So let's get into my notes. So I put vision boards focus on the end results. This is what we're talking about. So it doesn't have the specifics. So it doesn't have actionable steps. It doesn't have what you need to achieve these goals. It doesn't have anything like that. So what we're going to do is make that a little bit different. We're going to see what we need to do, how we specifically need to achieve this goal, right? And if we have a plan A and plan A is not working, do we have a plan B? Do we have a contingent plan as a backup? Do we have something that is going to, if this didn't work out, then we're going to try this way. If this doesn't work, then we're going to try this way, right? And so that is what we're going to be doing, and with the roadmap, right? So we're going to create a clear plan. We're going to create a clear plan so that you can see what needs to happen step by step by step. Step by step by step, right? So the next thing we're going to be talking about is you don't want to have a false sense of achievement, right? You want to make sure that, remember I said the joy is in the journey, the joy is in the journey, the joy is in the journey, right? You want to make sure that you are celebrating your small wins, that you're not waiting to the end of the year to congratulate yourself on doing something, to give yourself a pat on the back. We're going to celebrate our small wins every step of the way. When we know that we've achieved something that, we move closer to the goal, we're going to celebrate that. Every small win deserves to be celebrated. Every small win deserves to be celebrated. Every small win deserves to be celebrated. And so when you're celebrating your small wins because you can see that you're moving closer to the goal, you feel like you have some sort of achievement, right? You feel like you are getting like, oh yeah, I don't feel like I'm so far away, right? I don't feel like I've accomplished nothing. Because you may, even when you see the final destination on the board, you may not even pay attention to all the things that actually helped you to get there, right? You may not be paying attention to those smaller things, but those smaller things are the reason why. Those are those steps that got you to reach the top, right? And so we're going to celebrate our small wins. Everybody put celebrate small wins in the chat. Celebrate small wins in the chat. Celebrate small wins in the chat. All my vision boards come a year later than the date. Okay. Put celebrate small wins in the chat. We're going to celebrate small wins in the chat. Celebrate small wins. Celebrate small wins. Everybody put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Oh, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Right? So we fall into the trap of thinking that if we visualize, it's just enough. It is not. We need plan, right? And so we are going to make sure that we have those plans, those smaller steps, right? And so we have to know that we have to implement those steps, right? In order for us to achieve that goal. And so once we see that we have movement, boom, we're excited, we're encouraged, right? I see movement, I see progress. I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm along the right path. So we're going to celebrate small wins. Hey, Simply Chris Marie. We're going to celebrate small wins because we have to know that we have progress. We have to see the progress, right? And so another thing that happens is, do you notice when you do vision boards that maybe the vision changes? Maybe you have, at the beginning of the year, you're thinking that you want all these certain things that you do not really want. Like as time go on, it's not as important to you, right? It's not as important for you to hit certain goals as time goes on. So then that goal may change a little bit, but if it's on your board, you can't change it, right? And so you want to give yourself time to be able to be flexible, to make an alternate route if you needed to, if you need to create something different because maybe the goals change, maybe your direction shifted, right? Maybe life shifted for you. And so since life shifted for you, then you got to create a different plan. And it's okay because sometimes we're going to have those things that are going to shift us, right? And so like I said, I have stuff on my vision board that was important to me at that moment when I was creating it, but it is not as important to me now, right? I could see that there's some things that I expected quicker than the time that I allotted for myself to achieve it, right? And so if that's the case, we are going to figure it out, right? We're going to figure it out, and we can figure that out with the roadmap. And with the roadmap, we can say, okay, so the goal may not be to have the million, right? The goal may not be for you to have the multi-million-dollar company, billion-dollar company, whatever. That may not be the goal right now, but the goal is for me to have a successful business. And so these are my milestones. These are my mile markers that are going to help me to see that this is going to help me to get to the ultimate, which is the ultimate goal. So if that's that billion-dollar company, multi-million-dollar, whatever that is, but you'll be able to see there are things that are happening along the way that's going to help you to reach that. Yes? Let me know if y'all feel me. Let me know if I was clear, because I may have not been clear with that one. Let me know if I'm clear, please. You in my word, Nikki. All right. Sunday at church, I had to marketplace teaching, and I was talking about the vision shift. Oh, okay. All right. Come on, vision shift. Yes. Let me know if I was clear with that one, y'all. Let me know, because you know what I'm saying. In the beginning of the year, we have these lofty goals. We have these things that we want to do, right? I want to lose 100 pounds by this date. I want to do this by this date. I want to do this by that date. Not really paying attention to, okay, so the goal is not for me to lose the weight. The goal is for me to be healthier. And so if the goal is for me to be healthier, then I have to change my eating habits. Then I have to change my exercise habits. Then I have to change all these other things. So the goal may not be to lose 100 pounds. The goal may just be to have a healthier lifestyle. And on the healthier lifestyle, if you put lose 100 pounds on your vision board and you're eating right and you're working out and you created a schedule where you're working out 3 to 5 times a day. I mean, 3 to 5 times a day, 3 to 5 times a week, or 5 to 7 times a week, and you're doing all of these things, but all you see is lose 100 pounds. How encouraged are you going to be if you didn't lose any weight, but you did take the steps that you needed to take to be healthier? How encouraged would you be, or how discouraged would you be if you're looking at the 100 pounds on the board and you lost nothing, right? But we overlook the fact that you've completely changed your diet, that you are completely healthier, you feel better, your stamina is stronger, you're doing more, you're able to have more energy, your brain fog is lifted. All of the things that is going to contribute to better health, you don't pay attention to it because all you see is 100 pounds, right? I don't see anything here praising the fact that I am no longer eating fried foods, that I'm no longer eating out at fast food restaurants, that I am eating more fruits and vegetables, that I am working out, that I am walking every day, that I'm going outside and getting vitamin D every day. Like, I don't see that. And those small things those things are things you should be celebrating, right? Because it's going to help you to ultimately get to the goal. But if I'm just looking at the end result, I don't even see the smaller things that I did. Right. And so we want to make sure that we're paying attention to that. Let me know if that was clear to you guys. Let me know if that was clear for you guys. And you want to make sure that, these resolutions that we create because we think that that's what we need to do, we if it's not really resolutions, if we're not going to do it, they're just hopeful things that we just throwing out there that maybe perhaps will hit, maybe perhaps will keep up, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, like, we don't really pay attention to it and we need to. Yes. Let me know if I'm resonating with y'all, and let me know if I'm resonating with y'all. Put it in the chat, and let me know if I am resonating with you guys. And I have here, I said, without measurable indicators of progress, individuals, us, we may struggle with staying motivated, right? And not recognize those steps that we achieved in order for us to hit those goals, right? Because they are moving forward. Those are steps that are, bringing us progress, but we're not even acknowledging it because we're looking over here, right? We're looking here at the final destination and we're overlooking the progress as if these things aren't important, as if it wasn't important. Let me tell y'all something. In order for you to cut out fried food, you have to have a certain type of discipline, right? You're going to do it because you're forced to do it, or you're going to do it because you got yourself in the habit of doing it, or you know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be a reason why you cut it out. If you're forced to do it, you got to cut that off like immediately. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that your health is dependent on that, right? But if you have a chance to kind of phase that thing out, then you have time to get used to that happening. But even so, the end result is for you not to eat those fried foods. So if however you got to the point, you got to the point, but that helped you to get to the bigger point, right? That thing helped you get to the bigger point. And so you need to know that is worth a celebration. That is worth acknowledging. That is worth me saying, you know what? I never thought that I would give up this. I never thought I would give up fried chicken, French fries, and all these. I never thought I would give that up. But I don't even crave it anymore. I don't even want that anymore. Like, that's not even a part of my lifestyle anymore. That helps you to see I'm moving closer to my goal. Right? I may not be hitting this 100. I may not have lost any weight yet. Right? I may not have lost any weight yet, but I did cut out these fried foods. I did cut out these processed foods. I did cut out going to fast food restaurants. I did cut those things out. Right? And so you know that you have the progress. You know that you have the momentum to keep on going, because if you were able to do that, and it took a lot of discipline in order for you to do that, celebrate it. Celebrate it. And so I think doing things like this is going to help us on our road to success. Doing things like this is going to help us to see that yes, I'm along the right path. Yes, I'm doing what I need to do. Yes, I can see that. Yes, I'm inspired. Yes, I'm encouraged. Yes, I'm motivated. Yes, I can do those things because I could see the progress. Right? I can see the progress. Let me know if y'all with me. Let me know if y'all are with me. So we're not going to depend on just affirmations. We're not going to just depend on visualizations. We're not just going to depend on those things. We are going to create something that is going to help us to create the patterns that we need to create in order for us to be successful. Yes, we're going to create the patterns that we need to create in order for us to be successful. And so we'll be able to see that on our map. Yes. So instead of vision boards, we are definitely doing roadmaps to success. So how many of you guys think that this is something that is going to help you out? Because you do have a different outlook, you do have a different way that you're going to go about doing something, and your purpose is going to be different. And let me know if y'all with me in the chat. Let me know if y'all are with me in the chat. Let me know. So do not forget that our vision board party, not vision board party. There we go. Because it's normal to say that, right? Our roadmap party is going to be January 7th. January 7th at 6 p.m. And there's going to be some work that you're going to have to do in order to get there. There's going to be a questionnaire that I'm going to be giving you guys. And I want you guys to start thinking about things now, because one thing about a vision board party, somebody has a date and then you're just like, oh, okay. Then they got a bunch of magazines in front of you. And then you're sitting there like, what do I want? Oh, well, success looks nice. Oh, what do I want? Well, this car looks nice. I always wanted this car. Oh, well, this looks nice. Maybe I'm going to just throw these random words on there. And there's no intention, right? There's no intention. And so I want you guys to take some time before we even hit January. I want you to start thinking about what it is that you really truly want and why you really truly want those things, right? Because if we can see why you really truly want those things, then we can focus on the feeling that it is that you want to have, right? Because you think that this thing is going to bring you this feeling, and that thing may not bring you that feeling. So we're going to focus on the why, and then we're going to start creating the roadmap. We're going to start creating in our head, okay, so this is what success looks like to me. This is what success is going to feel like for me. This is what health is going to look like for me. This is what, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to look at it that way. This is what financial stability looks like to me, right? Somebody else's goal for financial stability may not be yours, right? Somebody else may have different goals and different objectives than you have, right? And so you're looking at somebody else and saying those are the things that you want, but that's not what you need, right? You may need something different. You may need more or less, right? To be content, to feel that you've achieved what it is that you wanted to achieve, right? You may feel that way. So I want you guys to like dig deep, and I want you guys to internalize it and figure out the things that you want, the feelings that you want to have, or the feelings that you think that these things or your goals are going to bring you. And I want you to, focus more on that, because I think that is how we are going to get the things that we want. Yes. Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. And let me know if y'all with me in the chat. I could just be a dreamer. I could just be a person that's saying all these things. But I do know, like I said, I have vision boards. I have them every year. And it's the same thing every year. By the end of the year, there's a lot of things, like more than half of the things that are on my vision board are things that somewhere along the line, I decided that that's not what I wanted anymore. Right. But ultimately, the goal is to be successful, right? So ultimately, I need to know what that feels like for me. I need to know what that looks like for me. In order for me to know, I got to do some soul searching, right? I need to do some soul searching, because success is not going to look the same for everybody, right? Success is not going to look the same for everybody. And in order for you to achieve it, you got to know. You got to know. Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. Let me know if you with me in the chat. Let me know in the chat. So with that being said, we're going to be talking more about goals and plans and all of that for the, for the remainder of the week. We're going to be talking about it, but just make sure that y'all mark your calendars, and we are going to, I think that was a good idea that Yazzie Faye had about quarterly check-in. And we'll do kind of like an accountability for the roadmap to success and also for the GIST group, but we'll also have one for the roadmap to success. But and let me know if you guys think that this is going to be something that is going to be helpful for you. Let me know if maybe you disagree. Maybe you feel like vision boards really do work for you, and maybe something that I'm saying is not correct. You can disagree with me. It's okay to disagree. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. So with that being said, y'all, if y'all done listened and y'all done watched up until this point and have not yet subscribed, I'm gonna need y'all to go on ahead and subscribe. I am on the road to 100K. I don't think I'm gonna get to 100K by the end of the year. That was very lofty. Plus, I didn't do the work that needed to be done in order for me to hit it. But I'm going to be closer because I'm at 22K now. But I'm closer. But I'm gonna do what I have to do in order for me to hit that. So make sure that you guys subscribe, and make sure if there's anything that I said in this video or any videos that you found beneficial or you think that somebody else could use, please do me a favor and share the video out with them and let them know we over here and we popping. And make sure you guys turn on the notifications bell so that you guys can be notified when we go live, which is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, except for today. Today was at 9:30, but 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And make sure that you do that. Also, follow me on all social media. Follow me on all social media. And you can find us at Bubble Babes, Babez, University everywhere. What else? That is it, y'all. That is it. I hope that you guys are super excited about the roadmap party. I hope you guys are super excited about what we're about to do. And let me tell y'all something. This has been a whole learning experience for me, especially because, again, this is not something I didn't expect to have a community. And now I do have a community, and I do see, like working with other people and different personalities and how people work and how they start to execute things. I'm starting to see a whole bunch of progress in the people that I'm working with, and I am enjoying the journey. I am enjoying the journey. Yes, things didn't happen initially the way I thought they were, but I'm enjoying the journey now because it is allowing me to create a process that is going to be helpful and beneficial to other people. I don't know why my nose itches so much, but it's going to be helpful and beneficial to a bunch of people. Am I going to be touching the masses? Yes, and yes. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, I will see you guys in the morning. I'm going to be on your timelines and everything else, but make sure that you guys are following me. And with that being said, y'all, I will see you guys in the morning. So check y'all out 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I know that you guys are at work. I know that you guys are busy. And I hope that this investment in your time was something that you could use for today, tomorrow, and forever. And also share this with somebody else so you can keep continuing to teach it to yourself so that you can have it fresh in your mind. If you would like my notes will be in the Honor Society. So if you're part of the Honor Society, all you have to do is click on Coffee with Nikki notes, and you'll be able to access my notes, and you can make any notes that you want, any notations, any, whatever you want to put on here. And if you're a learner, because if you like to read and have things physically in your hand and turn pages, this is perfect for you, that you can just print these out and write it down. Sometimes you don't catch everything in the video, right? So maybe sometimes you need to read it. And so if that's you, you'll be able to catch it in my notes. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.